여기 보세요. 자, 로켓 here. 로켓. 1, 2. I love you here. Love you here.
All right, so on three, you're gonna come. Okay, all right, I got it. And then you're all gonna stay where you're at. We're gonna do another ribbon. One, two, three.
머리. 자, 오늘 오랜 준비 끝에 오늘 이제 그랜드오픈 하시는데 소감 한마디씩 부탁드립니다.
네, 감사합니다. 새해 복 많이 받으시고요. 이렇게 존스크릭에서 로열트러스트은행 이제 그랜드오프닝에 되었습니다. 우리 함께 고객 여러분과 함께 새해에는 더욱더 성장 함께하는 대로 저희는 하겠습니다. 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
네, 이렇게 바쁘신데도 같이 와주신 거 너무 감사드리고요. 저희들 이제 시작합니다. 지켜봐 주시고 저기 같이 성장하는 그런 은행이 되고 같이 한인 사회에서 발전하는 그런 저희가 되겠습니다. 지켜봐 주십시오. 감사합니다. 지금 한 17명 정도 되고요. 지금 업무는 지금 다른 은행과 똑같이 융자에서부터 시작해서 예금치 그 외 모든 것들을 다 같이 하고 있습니다. 많은 서포트를 부탁드리겠습니다.
한인들을 위한 어떤 프로모션이나 좀 한인들에게 도움이 될 수 있는 프로그램 같은 거
지금 저희 그 매니지먼트 팀에서 지금 다 준비를 하고 지금 아마 오늘도 지금 이제 좀 이따 시즌 끝나고 좀 나눠드릴 겁니다. 그러셔도 돼요.
아, 네.
예.
Chamber of Commerce. In addition to Johns Creek, we also have the Greater North Fulton Chamber of Commerce represented and the Gwinnett County Chamber of Commerce. So we're going to do a quick welcome to Loyal Trust Bank. Thank you so much for choosing Johns Creek to be your home and your headquarters. We welcome you and we look forward to a long and prosperous relationship. We also want to thank them for signing up to be our Chairman Circle, which is one of our highest levels of membership. With that being said, I'm going to introduce Callie Boatwright with Greater North Fulton Chamber.
I'll only take a minute. I want to thank everyone very much for being here to support Loyal Trust Bank. Charlie Brown has been with us and his involvement when he was down in Florida with other chambers. We're so excited to have him in this area and be able to work together to make sure that the bank in Johns Creek is as successful as it can be. So thank you all. Thank you to Johns Creek, and all the elected officials are here to support this as well. Okay.
Hi there. My name is Tom Lewis. I'm with the Gwinnett Chamber of Commerce, and I just want to double check because we're sort of cousins. We're not in Gwinnett County apparently, but like right down the road is Gwinnett. So welcome. We're so happy. We are happy to have you here in the area, and so welcome on behalf of our president, Nick Casino, and the entire Gwinnett business community. We're so happy to have you. If there's anything we can do to extend that welcome, please feel free to call.
Now we'd like to introduce the mayor of Johns Creek, Mike Bodker. Oh, he got claps.
Because I'm elected and they're being polite. First of all, I'd like to speak at some point with whoever from Loyal Bank got all these people here, because unless we're doing something wrong, we never get a crowd of smiling faces at a Johns Creek City Council meeting. But I want to, before I get to the congratulations, I do want to recognize some elected officials that are here. But before I do that, I just would like to get those who are elected to raise their hand real quick so that I make sure I don't miss anyone. We have to admit it. Okay, because I know there were some folks invited from outside of Johns Creek, so sometimes I don't recognize them as much as our own. First, I want to recognize Lynn Riley. She is not only a Johns Creek resident, but we're very fortunate that Lynn is our state treasurer. So welcome, Lynn. And then I had the benefit of serving with Liz Hausman. She was on the inaugural Johns Creek City Council. Prior to that, she was a school board member for Fulton County Schools, and now she is our Fulton County Commissioner, so we're certainly glad to have Liz here. We also have one of our less new council members, because we have one of our newest council members here, John Bradbury. And then I'm very happy to recognize, because I think this is one of the first time I'll get to do this, because he was only sworn in secretly, because we do the official swearing in on Monday, so shh, don't tell anyone, but one of our two newest council members, Brian Weaver. And he's not long enough off the council because he only left the council on December 31st, so I do want to recognize Steve Broadbent, who also served as one of our mayors. So with that, I certainly want to thank all our chambers for being here. Quick story for Nick's benefit, even though Nick's not here. When we were forming the city of Johns Creek, I led the effort to form the city, and I was once in one of our neighborhoods, and back then, folks didn't use Johns Creek as their moniker. So if you were in one portion of Johns Creek, you used Duluth, which is where we're right now, and just down 141. And so I spent 20 minutes going back and forth with a concerned citizen because they said they didn't want to leave Gwinnett County to come to Fulton to become Johns Creek. And I had to explain to them that while it was Duluth, they were still in Fulton County and Johns Creek. So I recognize the discomfort that you get in crossing the bridge, but I want you to know it'll be okay. And soon you'll go back and everything will be great. So thank you, and please come give Nick our best. And I certainly want to thank Callie for being here. They are part of an umbrella organization really for all of the chambers. And of course we have our local chamber, the Johns Creek Chamber, is doing a great job. And thank you again to the bank for becoming a Chairman's Circle member. That's important to be a big part of our business community. So now, welcome, Loyal Trust. We're very happy to have you here, to have you in Johns Creek. It's one thing to get a branch of a bank. It's another thing for them to actually pick your city as their headquarters, and we are so proud to have the bank centered here. And we're very proud, of course, always to get a building that's been empty back in use. And this was going to be a lot of different things. It's very interesting that banks are always interesting when they get converted to something else. We have one being converted to a vet clinic as we speak. I always wonder what happens to the safe. Now we're putting the safe back to good use, which is great. So on behalf of our City Council, on behalf of the citizens and businesses of Johns Creek, I want to officially welcome you here and wish you all the best and let you know that we'll always be here to help in any way we can except getting you out of speeding tickets. So congratulations. Well, that's our little welcome gift. You don't get those if you follow the rules. Anyways, I want to welcome you and wish you all the best and look forward to many, many years working together. Congratulations.
On behalf of Loyal Trust Bank, I'd like to call up CEO Charlie Brown and Chairwoman Rose Jarboe.
What a good-looking crowd here. Well, good afternoon, or early good evening, and everyone, Happy New Year. What a wonderful thing to happen for the new year of 2020. On behalf of the Board of Directors of Loyal Trust Bank, I want to welcome you all to our grand opening celebration. Today represents accomplishment of a long journey. If you want to know how long, since this bank, I start involved with this bank, is 3 years. This bank is one of the first banks opened in 10 years, over 10 years in Georgia. I believe it is a celebration of people coming together from all different types of cultural backgrounds, working hard to better our lives and our communities. And of course, for our generation, for our next generation. Throughout our journey, there are a lot of people asking me, why are you guys doing this? Is there are many other easier things to do. Why are you stretching yourself? I said, if we, this generation, don't stretch ourselves, our next generation will not have a better life than we are. And that's we must keep trying. Thank you. I can only wish I can speak like our mayor without any notes. I'm practicing. I want to express my sincere appreciation for everyone. I mean it, every single person who have helped us, support us throughout our challenging journey. Trust me, there were difficult days. If anyone who's interested in our more history, you're welcome to come by the bank and we talk about it. I want to special thank you for our investors. Our investors give us their hard-earned money. They trust us. They took a risk with us to get this bank fully funded in record time. Did I get it right? Yes. In record time. Definitely our CEO Charlie was very impressed. Also, I want to thank Loyaltrust Bank, of course, the board of directors, all this handsome gentleman over there, organizers, our consultants, and of course, our outstanding staff. Since we get approved in August, they worked countless hours to finally get this bank open and up running. It is truly an honor for me to work alongside with a group of talented, smart, passionate professionals. We're so grateful to have you join us today to celebrate and share this milestone with us. As we begin our new chapter in Johns Creek and beyond, we truly look forward to partner with each one of you and everyone to build a strong bank that our community deserves. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Rose. Now, I think you all can see why I enjoy working with Rose on a regular basis. So you've met Rose Tarbeau as our chairwoman. I do want to give a few names to all of you from our board of directors. We have Edward O, if you could raise your hand on the end here. S.H. Long is a special advisor to the CEO. S.H. has been great helping me through this and is continuing on with the bank. James Park. Yeah, there you go. Dr. Long. Elaine Yang is our Chief Credit Officer and one of the founders. John Lewis. Bo Shan. Julie Gu. And the biggest troublemaker of all, Bill Abernathy. I give Bill Abernathy a hard time. When he and I first met, I think we sat there for 3 hours. We just hit it off right away. And that's pretty good considering he used to be a regional regulator and I've been a banker all my life. Those two don't usually get together so well. A few minutes ago, I did an interview with Korean radio, and they asked me what was different about this organization. And I said one of the things that I continue to hear is the word comfort. And it's also something that, quite candidly, the regulators mentioned to us when we were going through our approval process. They said, we think we could see with a true multicultural bank that there's just going to be a comfort level for people to do business with your bank. And along with comfort comes easy. Well, who doesn't want comfort and ease? Everyone wants that. So that has been truly a differentiating factor for our organization. As you can see by the ownership in the bank, it is truly multicultural, as well as the staff in the bank. It's one of the first banks of its kind. And on top of that, because we've kind of come out of the ground more recently, we were able to pick the best of breed when it comes to technology. So we will be introducing some technology framework in the near future, but we won't go into that a lot tonight. I do want to introduce the staff, though. One of the questions with the Korean radio was, how many staff members do you have? Who are they? What type of people do they represent? So, staff, if you are close, I'd love you to just step up and wave as I call out your name, and I can. Tony, you got that look of fear on your face. So you're going first. Tony Hughes, she runs a loan operation. You weren't first on the list, but you got that. We've already introduced Evan Yang. Renee Hinkson. Renee, right here, is our CFO. And Renee is our second longest employee. I'm going to call you old. You're not old. Renee joined right after I did. Danny Tien. Here's Danny. Everyone knows Danny. Danny heads up all of the deposits, so if you're involved in deposits on a business or on a personal level, Danny heads up that part of the bank. Christine Celsi, where are you? Right here. Christine is our assistant branch manager. When you walk in the office, you'll most likely see her first. And Nikita Chad. Nikita's right here. Nikita was helping check you in tonight. She's our head teller. Lily Fay. Miss Lily, here she is. Come on, Lily. Lily is Business Development Coordinator in CSR. We love Lily. We've been together a long time. Jeff Kim, where are you?
I'm right here.
There's a tall guy back there. Jeff Kim, one of the best voices for radio, by the way. But Jeff is our SBA and Commercial Lending Officer. So if you're interested in SBA loans, he is putting together an SBA program as we speak. And then many of you here in Johns Creek, because I understand it, I think he was involved in part of the charter process as well, but he's a commercial lender and an outstanding quality credit officer for our bank, and that's Tim Jeanette. Tim, where are you? Right over here. Tim has made sure that I got to know Johns Creek as quickly as possible. He's awesome. Love working with the guy. And then Ian Chen is a commercial lender. Where are you, Ian?
I'm right here.
In the back? That's not helpful because you don't have a lot of height on there, buddy. But Ian might be the most relaxed lender you've ever met in your life. I mean, someday I want to grow up and be just like you. And then he doesn't like a lot of attention, but he's over here. Chris Lee, he heads up accounting with Renee and IT and everything else. Or as Lily Fay said one day, I don't want to make him angry. He's very handy. And a woman who just keeps surprising me every day because we've had so much going on, and that is our Executive Administrative Assistant Officer, Candace. Candace, please step up and sit here for Mr. Hong. So if you could please give Mr. Hong your full attention.
Welcome everyone. I'd like to meet Charlie and who's already speaking English language. So this time I will Korean language. I'm not going to use the Korean excuse. 오늘 이렇게 저희 많이 참석해 주셔서 제가 감사히 말씀드리겠습니다. 저희는 지난 3년 반 전부터 시작해가지고 매일 신고인이 이렇게 오픈하게 됐습니다. 이렇게 오픈하게 된 것은 영어로 우리 한인 커뮤니티 그리고 중국 커뮤니티에서 도움을 많이 받았기 때문에 저희가 자본금을 2,600만 원까지 해가지고 성공적으로 오픈하게 됐습니다. 앞으로도 여러분에게 지대한 관심을 부탁드리면서 또 성원도 부탁드리며 은행이 또 성장할 수 있도록 많이 도움을 주시기 바랍니다. 감사합니다.
Thank you, everyone.